and friends. Welcome to Monday. And I smell smoke, so that means even though my window's closed and all the doors are closed and everything, the smoke is still somehow getting inside. How fantastic. But anyway, you might have noticed I didn't do any vlogs the last couple days. That is because I was terribly depressed. I had a very bad depression episode and just needed to step away from everything for a while, but we're doing alright now. I've got coffee in hand, so let's share the first sip together, because I've been drinking it throughout the morning, so it's our first sip together. Oh yeah, that's a good cup. I am incredibly excited for Persona 3 Reload this morning, because I was checking Instagram for the first time in forever, and saw that Michelle Ruff, the original voice actor for Yukari, took a picture with Shinji's and Aigis' new voice actors, both of whom I don't know their names quite yet, but I definitely will by the time the game comes out, because I tend to familiarize myself with the voice actors for the games I love, but, like, seeing them all together, like, one generation of voice actors with another generation, made me so happy. I am so excited for the new voice cast for Persona 3, and just for the remake in general. It's looking very promising, and I love how, like, supportive the older voice actors are of the new voice actors. It's just very wholesome to see. I think I have a problem. And if it isn't one Dragon Quest game, it's another. Like I said, I have a problem. Don't worry, I'm not just playing Dragon Quest all day, despite what it may look like. I'm actually getting writing done for once, so heck yeah. I got a decent amount of writing done. I am still on chapter 1 of my book, because the chapters are going to be very long. So, I don't know if I ever actually talked about it on the vlog, but I wrote a full chapter-by-chapter outline for the first book, so I am committing to rewriting the series, and it's going to basically be a completely different story, but with the same setting and the same characters. And I'm just going with a much more manageable plotline instead of having it basically get complicated with every installment. But the outline consists of 30 chapters for the first book, so they are going to be very long and very detailed chapters, and that's the plan at least. So yeah, chapter 1 is almost 4,000 words long, which is pretty lengthy. And we still need to get to the meat of the plot, but right now it's a lot of setup, introducing the characters, things like that. It's going to be an exciting book though. I have a feeling you guys are going to like it. I've been slowly making progress, and I say pretty slowly just because a lot of it is, you know, setup work, and that takes a while to write, so I'm just taking things slow. I'm not really rushing it or anything, and I'm enjoying the process as I do it. But yeah, and that's pretty much about it. I am giving it a break for now, and I will hopefully write more later if I'm awake for it. Okay, yeah, I definitely have a problem. If you're watching this, it means we've made it to the end of the day. It was a surprisingly productive day, despite, you know, me playing 3 different Dragon Quest games all in one day. I went from 2 to 4 to 8, then back to 4, and my plan was to finish the game with 2, and I still might, depending on how I feel, but I'm getting a lot of writing done, and I've come up with a bit of a different writing schedule that I'm surprised I haven't tried before. It's something I was doing while playing Dragon Quest IV earlier. Basically the entire time I was playing, I was simply level grinding, and I was trying to get everyone in the party to level 20 or above. And it took way too long to get the character Kirill up to level 20. He is one of the cleric characters, and my goodness. The character that joined at the same time as him, who had the exact same amount of XP he did, got to level 21 before he got to level 20, so it was quite a process. But what I was doing was I was looking at the clock, and every 10 minutes I would stop and take a break to drink water. So that way I'm reminding myself to stay hydrated and to not, be as uncontrollable with my time. And next thing you knew, time actually kind of flew by. So I agreed to myself I would stop playing once it reached 11, or if Kirill reaches level 20, whichever came first. And thankfully, Kirill did reach level 20, so I wouldn't have to wait until tomorrow to pick it back up. And he did it right in the nick of time, too. He reached level 20 at 10:58 p.m., so 2 minutes prior to the deadline I gave myself. And then I decided to adopt that into writing. First, I made dinner, because I've only eaten once today, so I wanted to make sure I had some sort of food in my system. And then after that, I decided I would start writing. I went with the same system, where I've only done it once so far, but I wrote for 10 minutes, and then at a certain time, I would stop writing and minimize my window so I wasn't thinking about the book anymore. So that way I would just take a water break and do whatever else I needed to. And right now, I'm in the middle of my break. I decided for writing, I'll take 10-minute breaks, so it's 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off. And then I'll alternate that way for, I guess, maybe an hour. We'll see how it works. It's pretty late though, so I may not continue tonight. I may do one more 10-minute burst of writing, but that will likely be the last one. But either way, it's been a good day, and I'm very thankful that my depression is not acting up as much as it was yesterday. I am working on meditating a little more. I looked into some of the things I've written in my philosophy journal, and that has kind of helped me recenter myself and to try to figure out where I want to go from now. So I wanted to try to make it a resolution to read that philosophy journal every day. Maybe twice a day, once in the morning and then once kind of towards the later half of the day if I start to feel myself waning a little bit, so that way I can recenter myself for the rest of the day. And I'm going to try to hold myself to that. With that being said, I think it's time we call it quits for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're all absolutely wonderful people. And as always, let's do our best tomorrow.